So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I like to do a Bavarian breakfast sandwich. So I got some vice versa sausage from Noack's Meat Market in Meriden, Connecticut, in a small pot with some Oktoberfest beer, and just bring it to a light simmer. Got two types of cheeses here. First, I got the Swiss Challerhocker cheese. Went to the cheese corner in Westerly, Rhode Island, and picked these up here. And it has a rind on it, and it's semi-soft. I'm going to grate this up, and this is what we're going to use for our cheese. And then I also happen to have this Alpine Blossom cheese. This is from Germany. It has all these alpine flowers on the rind. It's really aromatic, and it's absolutely delicious. So we're just going to grate this up, and this is what we're going to be using for the cheese. So after about 15 minutes, you can see our vice versa got nice and swollen, all drunk, and this is exactly what I want to see. Now it's time to fire up the Blackstone and get these bad boys grilled. Got the Blackstone fired up. We're running right around a medium heat. And what I did with these sausages was I just sliced them in half the long way. And I'm just throwing them on there for a little while. They're already cooked, but I just want to get a nice little bit of color on them, get them browned on both sides. In the meantime, while those are cooking, I threw on some eggs. I'm going to do these over easy style, or, over medium. It's more like it. Got this Heath Riles garlic jalapeno. I'm just going to give them a dose of that for a flavor pop. And let's see what's happening with the cheese. I threw down a little bit of this Challerhocker cheese, and we're just going to let this get nice and melty. In the meantime, I'm going to flip these eggs. Get those flipped right over. That's looking good there. Now it's time to start messing around with the sausage, and that's what I want to see. A little bit of color. I'm going to do both sides of this sausage. And then as you can see over here, the cheese is nice and melty. I'm going to scrape this up. I'm going to smear it right onto these grilled pretzel rolls. Vice versa is almost always served with pretzel rolls in Germany. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to serve them on the pretzel roll. So bear with me. My tripod kind of screwed up. One of the legs isn't working right. So I'm doing this with camera in one hand, and I'm trying to one-hand the construction of these. But what I did was I put the melted cheese on the bottom part of the pretzel roll, and then I just layered the two sausage halves right on top, set our egg on top of there, as you can see. And now what I'm going to do is I have the grated Alpine Blossom cheese, and I didn't melt this because I noticed that when you do melt it, you kind of lose some of that aromatic flavor that you get from those flowers that's on the rind. And I think it tastes great, so I'm just going to throw this on cold. The heat from the eggs and the pretzel roll should melt it a little bit, but I don't want to really melt this very much. Now we got to throw some mustard on top of this pretzel roll. Going to be using this lager beer mustard. It tastes absolutely awesome. You could use a sweet mustard too, but I just really prefer this, so I'm just going to smear this right on the top half of this pretzel roll. Top them off here, and that's what I'm talking about, a Bavarian breakfast sandwich. Now, we're going to give this a cut, see what we're dealing with on the inside, and will you just look at that. If you like what you see here and you like what we're doing on this channel, please give us a subscribe.